Fixing Windows Update and a new install of Windows 7. Yes, we all know Windows 7 is far out of support, but there are times when you need to, load that back up. You got an application that, really just wants to run in Windows 7, and suddenly, you want to update it. Windows Update doesn't work. What do you do? How do you fix this? Well, it turns out somewhere along the way, Microsoft broke Windows Update. And the only way to fix this Windows Update was to install updates from Windows Update that fixes it. But you can't get to Windows Update to fix it because Microsoft broke that. So you gotta wait. So you can't. All right, unless you do some fancy things. Here we go. So here's a brand new installation of Windows 7. Of course, if I go to All Programs, Windows Update, and do check for updates, it immediately says error because it doesn't know what it's connecting to because Microsoft has changed the back end of Windows Update. So how do we get these patches and everything? Well, I had set up a page called win7fix.html, but that won't even load because the browser is so old that it doesn't understand the SSL certificate. So we have to go and download Chrome. Oddly enough, we can still download Chrome and install this and run it, get that installed, and we can go and get our page that has the fixes. Get this downloaded. Couple of seconds here. We do need to know what version of Windows 7 we're running. This is whether it's the 32-bit or 64-bit. Right here we can see this is the 64-bit version of Windows 7. I really did prefer Windows 7 over anything else because I could take the theme and change it to this Windows Classic, which just kind of gets it all the fanciness out of the way. I don't like any of the fancy things. I don't need fancy things or anything. So it was just not, and then I could turn themes off, and then you could turn off some other things like while we're waiting for that, I can go to properties and just go to advanced settings, Chrome, go here to advanced system settings, performance, and then just adjust for best performance. I don't need any fancy shadows or menu flyouts. I just want the menu to display and things like that. But anyway, so now we're in Chrome. So we can type tomstechshow.com/win7fix.html, and we'll get a page that says it doesn't know it. So, but anyway, so we pass that, and here we are. So now here's a set of download links. Now each of these needs to be installed in succession, and they require reboots. So we will just click the first one, and then it downloads. We click the install, and it goes through the installer. So we won't run the patch. Okay, so we probably won't go through all of these, just so you can watch me install a bunch of patches. So I'll get down to the last one, do the last reboot, and we'll come back. Okay, we are down to the last update in the list, and download it. See, all the other ones are here. Run through them and get to the end, open and install it. Yes, we want to install, and you can see it's a Windows Update kind of dialog. So these are the Windows updates that you need in order to make Windows Update work. And there'll be one reboot. This last one here, this 302.0369, does not require a reboot, so that's one of them that doesn't, but all the rest do. which I wish Microsoft would kind of fix. They continually reboot things. You know, Linux does it. Yeah. Windows do it. Well, it's a different operating system, of course. Done, and we will restart. Installing our update. And yes, I'm using VirtualBox to do this. Makes it easy to do these kind of demonstrations and set things up in order to get things done. So here we go, we're almost done. And we should be able to head to Windows Update and actually have it start working again. Welcome, got the all programs, got the Windows Update, check for updates. So now it doesn't come back immediately with an error, because now it's actually seeing the database, it's actually seeing that it can connect and start, you know, finding updates for this. Now, mind you, this is only going to be updates up until Microsoft has stopped doing the patches. So they still have these older patches available up to a certain point. So beyond that, I'll put a link below to my video on ZeroPatch. So there's a company that actually reverse engineers Microsoft's patches for Windows 8 and Windows 10 and potentially Windows 11, and reverse engineers them and builds them if they're applicable into Windows 7. Now that makes it so that you can still be getting patches, and there is a free version and a paid for version, but if you don't want to pay for it, at least using the free version gets you to a point where, you know, you're getting some patches. So this may take a bit, so let's pause, and when it comes back, we'll look through the updates. Okay, we've now gone through, it took about 15 minutes or so to get through. It has to update the local database of updates, and so we now have 172 updates that we can do on this, and 6 optional. The optional ones are just some updates and a platform preview from 2019. But the other important updates are from 2017. I think this is the last one for a .NET update from 2020. Internet Explorer 11, they're actually letting you install that on here, and just tons and tons and tons and tons of updates. I don't recommend that you just click them all and do them all. I actually recommend that you do like 8 or 10 and then let it reboot, and then do 8 or 10, then reboot, do 8 or 10, then continue that cycle over and over. All right, so that's how you get Windows 7 Windows Update working again. It's a kind of a long process to go through that, but there's that HTML page. You need to install Chrome so you can get to the page. There'll be little security issues just because the operating system is so old. But if you need to get Windows 7 back working and you want it updated and secure, then I recommend, of course, going back and installing ZeroPatch to get at least the free patches that they do. I'll put a link to that video below and a link to ZeroPatch. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.